100 years ago, the Indians of America were refugees of war, the tattered remains of once proud tribes who had become foreigners in their own land. They were defeated, forced to learn a new way of life. In the struggle to survive, they learned to straddle two roads.
The transition was difficult, but for those who lived on reservations, the problems were buffered by a sense of heritage. Here they could practice the old ways among friends.
Get what you want.
That was important, for the old Indian culture and the American way of life were often miles apart. Most of us measure folks by what they have. The traditional Indian asks, how much has been given away? Their most honored leaders were often penniless at the end. Many still feel that sharing this community is more important than individual wealth. And that's why they stay, where for most, there are few jobs and little future. Beginning with the Navajos after World War II, the Indians were urged to leave their dirt-pearled windows on the past. They came to the cities looking for work. Cleveland was one of 8 towns where federal programs were set up to train them. At the height of Indian migration, more than 500 people came to Cleveland from the reservations each year.
I had to survive, and my husband had to work. I had 7 children, and I had dreams for them.
Irma Yellow Eagle came because the reservation school was 72 miles from her home. She wanted to see her children more than once a month.
I don't think of the future. I try to forget the past.
Her daughter Phyllis, now 33, sent her children back to the reservation to get away from forced busing in the city.
So what'd you miss about Cleveland?
McDonald's and Burger King.
More than half of all those who came eventually returned to the reservations. But not Irma Yellow Eagle. She was determined to instill a sense of heritage. She worked at the American Indian Center here in Cleveland. And like many of her generation, she sought help from a voice from the past.
Nobody knows any stories at all?
I do.
You do? What's the story?
Each week, Indians in the city would take turns telling stories from their childhood. For the children of the urban reservation, it was a looking glass to their past.
My mother said, you was born when the leaves were falling off the trees, and that's October. That's why I don't know when she gave birth to me, but she said it was in the fall and the leaves were all falling off.
Irma's mother, Nancy Whitehorse, never left the reservation. For her, heritage is a thread of life.
I'm in full-blood Indian. I still keep my tradition, and I'm standing here in God's will, 84 years.
She is surrounded by 48 grandchildren and 103 great-grandchildren. She is convinced their past and their future are one. In recent years, some young people have found jobs on the reservation. Nearly 1,000 new homes have been built. Even Irma Yellow Eagle came back. After 20 years in Cleveland, her mother's words were a drumbeat in her heart.
A successful Indian is when he finds his way home. This is my home, I'm back.
Irma Yellow Eagle still straddles two roads. This summer, at age 57, she graduated from college on the reservation. Like all of us, she is part of where she is and where she has been, in pursuit of the American dream. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, Rosebud, South Dakota.